It was amazing. I grew up on Richard Pryor. You can't even go back and talk about the book he wrote.
Yeah.
You know, and then what I got to do sometimes is explain, which I hate in big arenas, that this is a thought police thing, and I do not like it. But when I use these words, this is my intent behind those words.
Yeah. Wow.
So as long as you understand my intent, I still get people, well, just don't say it. And I said, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, but they take it out of context and put it on Twitter or put it on Facebook.
I'm surprised.
Tim Allen is once again causing a stir in Hollywood with a tweet that's getting people talking. Known for his strong stance against the woke culture, he's never been shy about voicing his opinions, even when they don't sit well with some. This latest tweet sparked an intense backlash, with people quick to criticize him. But if you know Tim, you know he doesn't back down. He's made it clear he won't let Hollywood's woke agenda control what he says. And this tweet is just another example of him challenging the status quo. While it's not the first time he's stirred controversy, it's safe to say it won't be the last.
You know, saying a word, and it's one of those things where it's like, it's kind of unbelievable. It's
actually disturbing on a fundamental level. It's gotten to the point where literally there's part of me, a deep part of me, that just, you know, F it, bring it on. If you want to cancel me.
Tim Allen isn't just ruffling feathers with his latest tweet. He's been getting under Hollywood's skin for years. He knows exactly how to provoke, and his visit to Disneyland is a perfect example. While there, he overheard a 13-year-old boy wondering if he was hand-suing just because he liked skillets. True to form, Tim couldn't resist sharing the story online, poking fun at how out-of-hand identity debates have become. As expected, the backlash was swift, with critics calling him insensitive and a bully. But here's the truth. Hollywood can't stand Tim Allen because he's not afraid to ask the tough questions they'd rather ignore.
Starting in '75, do you still enjoy stand-up, my friend, as much as you did in the early days?
There's moments that it's more. It reminds me of my anarchist back.
Hollywood has tried everything to cancel Tim Allen, stirring up outrage on social media and even pulling him off the screen. But here's the thing. Tim doesn't play by their rules. Take ABC's decision to cancel Last Man Standing, for example. Despite being one of the network's highest-rated shows, they axed it. Why? Because Tim Allen refuses to conform to Hollywood's expectations.
Last Man Standing. Congrats on this.
No, thanks very much.
I watched it when it was on ABC.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it wasn't on ABC.
Tell the 300 of the crew and everybody the same thing. We're all going, this is the best show I've ever been on. What? We're off the air. We all thought we were at the top of their game at ABC. Who knows how networks work? I don't know, but it was.
Last Man Standing was the second most popular show on ABC, right after Modern Family, yet they canceled it without hesitation. Why? Because Tim Allen had the audacity to portray a likable conservative character on mainstream TV.
Like gum in there too, but all right, when we're driving around, what do other people do when they see us?
They do this.
You know why they do that? This truck is older than you, but it's a classic, and people realize it's a classic. And you're a classic too.
How flattering. I'm an old truck.
Hollywood, portraying a funny and likable conservative is considered a major taboo. Tim Allen himself has pointed out that, in today's world, a character like that is seen as one of the biggest threats.
We did a VIP thing for the vets and went to the Veterans Ball, and so I went to go see Democrats and Republicans. Yeah, I went to the inauguration. It was
I'm not attacking you.
You get in this town. I'm not kidding. You got to be real careful around here. You know, you get beat up if you don't believe what everybody believes. This is like 30s Germany. I don't know what happened. If you're not part of the group.
Hollywood has made it clear that Tim Allen's political views are a problem for them. But instead of backing down, Tim called them out. When ABC canceled Last Man Standing over his portrayal of a conservative character, Fox picked it up and kept the show going. Tim found a new platform and kept connecting with his audience. And it didn't stop there. His new show, The Santa Claus, is on Disney+, made it clear that Disney knows Tim's loyal fan base is too strong to ignore. However, things got heated when Tim's character made a simple Merry Christmas joke on the Santa Clauses. What should have been a harmless moment triggered a storm on Twitter. Some people found the joke offensive, while others accused Tim of politicizing Christmas. The outrage quickly went viral, with comments even joking that Tim Santa must be a MAGA supporter. It's almost absurd, a Christmas joke in a Christmas show causing so much uproar. Tim Allen isn't just a comedian, he's a target. Despite the constant attempts to silence him, he continues to bounce back. Hollywood's worst nightmare is the conservative comedian who won't go away. Tim isn't just facing online backlash. he's up against a system trying to erase voices like his. As he said, the thought police are everywhere. He's spoken openly about how political correctness has stifled comedy, making it harder for comedians to take risks. Tim grew up inspired by legends like Richard Pryor and Lenny Bruce, who pushed boundaries without fear. Now, every joke is under a microscope, and for Tim, it's a nightmare. He even joked on The View that he'd probably get canceled for things he learned from his parents.
They haven't, because I do use some provocative words, but I tell them it's words I really got from my parents. You know, they said this stuff, and we talked about it. I can't even say it here. I can't even point to it. It is an alarming thing for comedians. But my act has really been about family and kids and growing up anyway. But I was going to say, if I do some stuff. The women in my life were whatever political party it was. Always they hated the government and who's going to pay for it. They always argued about that.
Tim Allen has never been one to back down, and if anything, he's become even more vocal. He's made it clear that he refuses to live in fear of being canceled. He'd rather face criticism than compromise his values. This determination is exactly why he's still relevant in Hollywood today. No matter how hard people try to push him out, Tim has become a symbol for those who stand against cancel culture. Every time he's targeted, he lands a new job, gains new fans, and proves that his refusal to conform resonates with many. His career challenges Hollywood's narrative. They may not like him, but they can't ignore him. While others may get swept up in Twitter outrage, Tim keeps moving forward. After Last Man Standing was canceled by ABC, Fox immediately picked it up. When Disney tried to replace him with Chris Evans as Buzz Lightyear, it didn't slow him down. Now, Tim is back on Disney Plus with the Santa Clauses, delivering lines that are sure to stir up Twitter again. Throughout it all, he stayed firm in his stance against cancel culture.
That's good.
In a recent interview, Tim Allen openly stated that, while he understands the pressure, he refuses to compromise his comedy just to please a few people. He criticized how quickly society jumps to cancel others, comparing it to high school, where any minor mistake leads to being attacked. For Tim, the whole situation feels absurd, even joking that he half expects to be canceled just for using words his parents used. Cancel culture has made it so that comedians feel the need to clarify every joke to avoid being taken out of context. He's right, this is exactly what's happening. As a result, many comedians are staying silent, afraid that any comment could ruin their careers. But Tim Allen keeps moving forward. Despite the backlash, attempts to blacklist him, and Hollywood's obsession with silencing opposing voices, Tim remains untouchable. He's a shining example of resilience in a world obsessed with canceling anyone who dares to defy the narrative. Ultimately, Tim has shown up woke Hollywood by refusing to be silenced. They may try to censor him, cancel the shows, or rally against him on social media, but he's still standing. And that's why Tim Allen has won against Hollywood in the best way possible, by staying true to himself. If you support Tim Allen and are tired of Hollywood's virtue signaling, hit that like button and subscribe for more content about celebrities pushing back against woke culture.